Good morning. This is Tuesday, March the 1st, 2022. It's about 7:30 in the morning, and it looks like March is coming in like a lamb. It's really calm and nice this morning. It's supposed to be warm today. We like to start the generator once a month and make sure it's in good working order. I just heard our rooster. He's there in the camellia bush under it. That's a fine sounding rooster. We've been doing just a little yard cleanup around here. Gonna put those leaves on the garden. Coming along. Still got this to clean up. But got some more firewood. I'm a little closer to the sawtooth oak and see all the tags come out on it. We moved this row of eggplant out of the greenhouse. It's starting to get pretty hot in there. And then some pepper plants down there. And we've got those all moved. We got some little eggplant coming on this one. Those are the ones I hand pollinated. There's another one. There's a little one. The little broccoli plants that we started from seed are looking kind of perky. They're still tiny, but they haven't died. We're starting to build our fence, put up the weld wire fence. We got our line down through there. And we're getting our posts in. I used our new egg cooker that we got for Christmas this morning. And the eggs turned out perfect. They were hard-boiled. But our eggs are so big we could only get 5 in the little machine. But that's all we need. I'm going to make egg salad. Well, we got all the posts in, finished putting the others in this morning. And then we got the wire here ready to take out. Trying to get this post out of the ground. We think the tree might have beat it down any even deeper when it fell on it. The others pulled right out, but this one isn't. It's probably another 6-foot post. We're taking these posts out so we can roll the fence all the way down along the other posts. Want me to pull?
Just down in the clay. Pull the shovel up. I'm going to have to dig it out of there.
It's in there so deep, but we couldn't get it dug out, so Now we got the come along on it. It's moving.
Yeah, but is it coming up?
I can't tell yet. I tried using the come along and I could only get it one notch. It's not strong enough. Larry's been digging some more after the come along. Looks like he's about to get it. It'll wiggle. Ta-da! There it is. Boy, that went to China. This is that post that was stuck in the ground. I didn't think my little daffodils were going to bloom, but they've done pretty well. This is a pretty one. It's a pretty one. And this one's slightly different. These are kind of a dwarf. And these are little single ones. There was lilies growing here in the corner in the way, so Larry separated them and planted over here along the fence. Our next step is to unroll the wire.
I don't want to walk on it no more than I have to, because you can bend it pretty easy, I think. You can if you want. I have to try to keep it as close as I can. It's going to go off if you're not careful. See what I'm saying? You got to kick that in and keep pulling this way. If you want to. You got to go up and stop it. It'll go back.
Well, we got the fence all stood up. Now we got to figure out how to stretch it tight. We got 100 foot of fence up through there. We're back here early at Tractor Supply. We decided to get some wire to make the fence go up easier. And of course, Larry got some chicken feed while he was here. We're getting our boards ready so we can clamp the fence between it to stretch it. We took the fence between it and bolted. We got the 2x6s bolted together and the fence between them, so now we're ready to stretch it. But it's time for lunch and then Barbara's coming to play cards, so we'll come back when the sun's not so hot. I got another successful loaf of bread out of the bread maker. It's so easy. Barbara came over this afternoon and we played canasta. This is Thursday. And I won. We're going to get a wooden post in right here at the end. We fastened the other end pretty good to the metal post. Gotten deeper.
I'll put the post in the ground, see
Okay.
how high it stands up.
There it is, all planted. Don't expect this to grow. The big end is the bottom, and it kind of gets a little smaller as it goes up, but that probably won't hurt anything. We moved the fan down here by the door so that it'll pull the air all the way through the greenhouse and blow it out, the heat. So hopefully that'll be better than having it in the center where we had it before. We close the doors in the evening, help keep the insects out. We're starting to stretch the fence. It's got the come on it. We're nailing the fence to the post. It's not perfect, but it's best we can do for amateurs. Well, I'm back from Betty's, and while I was gone, Larry finished putting the fasteners on the fence. So we done. It's all fastened to all the posts. There's the fence from another angle. Looks better here. This is a pretty time of day. But that flowering quince, I think that's the best it's ever bloomed. It's pretty. Well, finishing up fencing off the garden this morning. This end's just kind of cobbled together. We had this piece of fence was down on the back of the shed to keep the chickens from coming up. And now it's up here so the chickens can come all the way up to here, but they can't get in the garden. So they can still get in that compost back there and scratch around all these places. And then we had a long wire on the back of the shed. But the chickens can go there now because they're... And so we moved it over here. And this is the gate now, so he can drive the tractor in. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, there's a fence there. And I'll make it lightweight to open and shut and keep the chickens out. This is how we fixed the other end of the fence to the chain link fence. Just wired it there to the post. So it's just wired up through there, and that holds it. We got the 4 logs that Larry had cut in the garden loaded and took them over and split them. So our supply of firewood for next winter is making a good start. Well, it looks like we're going to have more wood to split. Looks like there's 2, 4, 6, 7 pieces there. But we're not doing it today. And he's still got more to cut up over there, but he's made more space here so he can till some more. He's been tilling the garden, running the rototiller. It's Sunday morning, March the 6th, and we're on our way to Sunday school and church. We had a good attendance last Sunday. I hope we do again today. One of our young chickens laid its first egg today. I guess you can tell it's the one on the left. It's just a small little egg, but it's her first one. We're babysitting our great-grandson today. Well, Bentley's here and he's helping rototill the garden.
You gotta quit. Breaker, breaker, Bentley. What's your code? What's your 10 for?
I can hear you. It's off. It's dead.
Tell me what your 10 for is. Where are
It's
you
dead.
at? Where are you at?
It's dead. It's dead.
Another hit.
You heard that do it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I heard you do it.
Whoops.
You heard it.
That shows you just what you shoot. Well, you gotta move your fingers off of there. You got it? Okay. And go shoot it. Ah, got it.
Grandpa. Grandpa. Grandpa.
He's coming.
Grandpa. Grandpa.
Woo!
Oh, come here, let me kiss it. Show me where it happened. Let me see.
When it pull me off.
There, is that better?
When it pull me off.
All right, go sit down. Don't let him hit his head back on there.
Yeah. No, his chair fell over. That's how come he hit it.
But he's eating lettuce. At least he eats something.
Yeah.
I told him to give it to chickens. He said no. He'd rather eat it. That's good, isn't it? I'll give you big muscles like Grandpa. Look at Grandpa's big muscles. Yeah. Grandpa likes that lettuce.
You like them kind?
Yeah. We haven't bought any this year. Ouch. You're getting a mustache. He's still chewing this.
Mm-hmm.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Chickens like it too.
This is Tuesday, and Larry's got the pump running and take the water off the pool cover. And you see all the pollen that's on the top. Tree pollen, I think, off the pines. This is Tuesday, the 8th of March. And we've been here in the greenhouse most of the morning. We planted bell pepper seeds and cantaloupe. And down here we've got tomatoes and cucumbers and squash. Got those all planted. And I planted some dwarf marigold seeds. Almost all these watermelon have come up since yesterday. This is exciting. Every one of our hens laid an egg today, even including the 2 youngest ones. We're back here at the eye doctor's for Larry to get a checkup. Maybe his final one, at least for a while. We're here by the creek eating supper. And Larry's done with his doctor's appointment for his eyes, and they said he's all healed up and good to go for another year. And he got the prescription for his new glasses. So everything went well. And you can see the pear trees are all blooming along the creek now. They're pretty. There's not as many since they cut all out last year, but they're still pretty. It's Wednesday evening and we're here at church for the monthly business meeting. Larry's working on my car this morning. The bumper's loose from a long time ago and the liner now is loose. So he's wiring it up till we can take it to a body shop. My car is all fixed. We took it to the body shop and they clipped the bumper back on and they clipped the lining down underneath that Larry's wiring up. They undid the wires and clipped it back up where it belongs, so it's all done. It only took him like 20 to 30 minutes. It wasn't long at all. And he wasn't even going to charge us anything, but we gave him a little bit anyway. It was just a local shop. Now my car just needs a bath and it'll be in good shape. You can see there's nothing hanging down dragging now. We're on our way to Beaufort. Our son-in-law, Michael, is in the hospital there. That's Tammy's husband. So we're going down to see him. This is Friday morning, the 11th of March, and we're out trying to protect our plants from the freeze that's coming tomorrow night. 25 degrees tomorrow night, they're saying. So we got to get things moved and covered, and potatoes are doing real well. And here's the broccoli I'm getting ready to cover. Well, the eggplant are all moved back in the greenhouse where they were before last week, or before we moved them. They'll only be in here a couple of days, then they'll go back out. There's another tall one back there on the back side. We picked the last of that broccoli and gave the plant to the chickens. So you can see they pretty well got it stripped. The chickens did like that broccoli. They were just having another bite. Now they're following Larry. Now the potatoes are all covered. Spinach is all covered. The broccoli and collards are covered. The azaleas here on the front of the house are really blooming pretty. Thought I'd better take a picture of them while they're still pretty. This is the big azalea bush out toward the road. I think this is my favorite azalea. We transplanted it from the backyard to around here probably 3 or 4 years ago at least. And it's starting to grow more. It was small when we transplanted it. But I just think, I don't know if you can see the pink, how pretty it is. This azalea bush has Confederate jasmine growing in the top of it. We can see it from the living room too. We don't think that pear tree bloomed this year. We didn't see it. But this little one here has got blooms all around on it. But it's going to get froze, so we might not have any pears this year. There's a pear blossom. This azalea here in the backyard, a huge one, is covered with blossoms too, and pretty. And the camellia bush has been covered, well, it's still covered with blossoms, but they're starting to drop. But it's still just loaded with flowers. Here's a pretty one. What's left of our dogwood tree is blooming too. Half of it died and the other tree died, so that's all we have left. This is the noise you hear. Larry's still pumping water off the top of the pool before it rains. We ate at Cracker Barrel the other day, and I love shopping in their little store they have there. And I got this glass water lily. I don't know if you can tell, but it just sparkles all the way around. It's so pretty. I also got this Easter egg, and it lights up on the inside. There it is with it lit up on the inside, but it seems to be light no matter whether the light is on or off. It's been really windy all day today, and it blew down our crabapple tree. So they were talking about when they were going to cut that big pine tree that they'd want to cut it down, and we didn't want them to, so mute point now, it's down. And Larry was back getting chicken eggs, or looking for the eggs, and he heard a big tree fall over in the woods. Said it fell with a big thump. And our tree was going to bloom. It would have been pretty. It was always pretty when it bloomed. But no more. In a day or two, it'll be time to take down my St. Patrick's decorations and put up Easter. Sunday, the 13th of March, and we're on our way to Sunday school and church. We're here. The pastor's doing a good series on the 23rd Psalm. Food Lion had chicken breast on sale Friday, so I got some. And then Saturday I canned it. So I've got, these are in half pints because that's about how much we use when I make chicken and dumplings or chicken and noodles or chicken salad. Just a small amount. So I got 12 little half pints here to use. This is Tuesday, the 15th. Brought the eggplant out of the greenhouse and planted them along the fence. And Larry's tilling again. We're going to plant green beans. And here's the pepper plants he transplanted. Potatoes are doing real well. We took the covers off of them and they weren't hardly hurt at all by that 23 degrees. A few leaves here and there, but overall they're in good shape. The collards got bit a little bit, but not too bad. But they're getting pretty, about ready to go to seed anyway. And the spinach did fine with no covering. And the rutabagas out there are okay.
But Laura's using the walk behind cedar to plant the string beans. She already planted the other 3 rows of corn beside it. We'll see how they go.
Well, the beans are all planted, and there's a couple of kernels of corn that's coming up, so it's just starting. And Larry's tilling up there, so where we're going to put the tomatoes. We'll put the cattle paddle up there and then plant the tomatoes. I went back to Food Lion after I left Betty's yesterday and got 2 more packages of chicken. So I'm canning another 12 half pints. And I had like a breast and a half left over that I'm baking. I went out and picked some branches off the crabapple tree so I could have a bouquet here on the table. Get to see a little bit of them before they all die. They're pretty blossoms. It's 7:18 with this new time. It's time to end my video. Time sure flies. Good night. God bless.